No, hell no, man. It's been a rough. Hell, I've avoided social media. I've avoided sports media.
I thought you was
I've avoided
Bengals.
every,
So
yo, I am. So let me tell you, yo, fuck Facebook. First off, yo, fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck Facebook.
you're a little loud, but
Oh, hold on. No, it's on me. It's on me over here. Let me turn my shit down. How's this? How do I sound now?
it's good. It's better.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, man. Listen. There's some things we got to talk about. Okay. 3 or 4 days ago, I get called the N word by a non-black person. So petty me, because I'm petty as hell. Report his ass, because that's all people do to me. All they do is report what I got going on.
That's not
Okay.
reporting's not petty. That's just normal.
It's normal. Facebook responds to me and says, "We understand that your feelings are hurt or you feel like this has happened to you, but we're not going to do anything about it. That's not against community standards." And I said, "Wait, what?" I said, "What is happening?" So then we get to this. We get to the game, right? We get to the obviously the game that everybody's talking about, and the Patriots are beating the Bills because Bill Belichick doesn't trust Mac Jones to throw the ball, so we're running 1,000 million times and we're losing. We lost the game. So somebody says something to me, and I called him a bitch. But here's the thing: I censored myself. I said because Facebook is on my ass, and I censored myself. And then I said, "I hope you catch AIDS from all the Patriots' dick you be taking." Literally 3 seconds after I hit enter, I got hit with a 30-day ban. And I was like, wait a minute. You let a dude call me the N-word, and then you told me twice that there's nothing you can do about it. What kind of world do we live in where I can't just wish AIDS on somebody? I don't understand it. Too.
Yo, I didn't even know we was live this whole time.
No, we are, because I want people to hear the injustice that's going on in this world. Yeah, all right, Ty.
I feel you, man.
Let's talk about sports. Sports. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Stuff About Sports. Do not adjust your sets. Bert is not here. Yellow Mandela Tie is here. Bert's at the Rangers game. We are not on Facebook because if you were here for the warm-up, I am in Facebook jail. So you can catch us on YouTube at the Give Us a Shot Network YouTube page, and I will be sharing the link to the feed on the Divides page and Stuff About Sports page and my page, and so you guys can share. Actually, I can't share it on Facebook. Ty, I'm gonna need you to I need you or Mike or whoever's gonna be listening to share on Facebook, because I can't, because I'm in Facebook jail, because
so we gotta share from YouTube on
from Facebook. YouTube. Yeah, and I can't do it because Mark Zuckerberg is a piece of shit. Oh, that'd be it. It sucks. This whole week has been like a rough, the Bills losing, the Sixers can't trade Ben Simmons. We can't do shit for lack of trying. The Patriots don't have a quarterback they trust enough to throw the ball, and they're beating us. Now they're 2 games ahead in the division. And what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do as a Bills fan? And then guess what happens? Now the Patriots are on a bye week, and we get to face your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How are you feeling about your Bucs, by the way? I read an interesting article that says that the Bucs have the highest Super Bowl odds in the league by far, and they're scheduled, not scheduled, but the predictions are that it will be a Patriots Buccaneers Super Bowl. How are you feeling about that?
I already, it's already been predicted. I already said it, man. Like, wake me up in the playoffs. I've been sleeping. Honestly, I've been quiet. I've been sleeping. I haven't really been watching, honestly, that much football. It's kind of easy for being a Buccaneers fan nowadays.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Hey, until Brady retires, bro. I mean, we're gonna win this year probably, and then if he comes back, we'll probably win next year too. So, and until he's gone, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not feeling really great about the Bills' chances. I think the Patriots have like a 77% chance to win the division, or 90-something% chance to win the division. The Bills are down to 77% chance, but we have somehow a higher chance to make the playoffs. So I guess they're locking us into a wild card seed, which I honestly, with only one bye going out with the playoffs the way they are now, I'm not really concerned about winning the division. Other than like home field advantage, whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like as an NFL team, the notion of home field advantage is a little bit overrated. I think if you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I just I don't care. I just want to get to the playoffs, and at that point, anything can happen. So yeah. We'll see. All right, first things first. Let's get to Week 13. Ty, who impressed? Who disappointed?
I mean, if we could start with who disappointed. That's really, I mean, it is. That's what it is, man. I'm really disappointed in the Bills, man. I mean, it's unfortunate because, the Patriots really are good. So it's not like you were. It's not like who you guys lose to a couple weeks ago to the Jags. Who you lost to?
Yeah, dog. We lost to the Jags. We lost to the Colts. I mean, the Jags is the big one.
The Colts. Well, I think the Colts. I got the Colts making the playoffs. I like the Colts, but the obviously not the Jags. But it was for Mac Jones to throw the ball like three times.
Three times.
When I saw the meme, I was like, "There's no way that's the real stats." Because I didn't watch the game. Like I said, I'm not watching. I mean, wake me up in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. When I saw the stats, I said there's no way that's real life, and sure as hell it was. And you can't really be surprised with Belichick. He's just he's a genius like that, and they still beat the Bills with some kind of crazy performance. It looked like he played one series and got hurt.
Yeah.
That's what the stat looks like.
Yeah,
oh, man. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in the Bills, and who am I feeling? I mean, I'm impressed by the Bucks. I'm impressed by Godwin. That's why I wore the jersey. I was trying to pull his stats up. I was trying to pull his stats up, and I just can't for some reason talk and pull up at the same time. But Godwin had a monster game. Yeah, he had a couple touchdowns, 150 plus yards. So that's it.
Yeah, I will go ahead and start with, I was impressed by the Eagles, and more importantly, I was impressed with Gardner Minshew coming virtually off the street. I did a Arch Rivals podcast. I was a guest on our boy Ricky from the Pain Train. He does an Arch Rivals podcast with a couple of his guys. And the week that I was on, we also I can't remember the guy's name. I should have looked it up beforehand, but he was really cool to talk to. He's a writer for the Jaguars and the Buccaneers, and he was letting us know that there was a lot of upset people that Gardner Minshew was no longer with the team. He said that that Gardner Minshew was very popular, not only in the city, but in the locker room. So when he got traded, it was kind of similar to, he was basically saying it was similar to how the Patriots have released Cam Newton because they didn't want the shadow of Cam on Mac Jones. And it was a similar thing with Minshew and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is the number one overall pick. They wanted him to know, what's up, Mike? What's up, buddy? They wanted him to kind of be free and not have to worry about Minshew because a lot of the players were really behind him. And so that was that. So I was really impressed with that. And I'm going to go ahead and give some flowers to your boy, Kyler Murray. I was impressed with the Cardinals. Kyler Murray and D-Hop were out the last 2 weeks with injuries and COVID and whatever. And they came in and looked like they didn't miss a beat. I mean, they were incredible. So I was really impressed with them. Obviously I'm disappointed in the Bills. That's an easy one. I was actually disappointed in the Vikings losing to, I've been giving I like Kirk Cousins. I don't think they lost because of Kirk Cousins. I don't think that team is not succeeding and they're underperforming because of Kirk Cousins. But Mike Zimmer, that coach, is awful. And, when you lose to the only team that doesn't have a win, you have to be on my disappointed list because you're the Vikings, man. People were picking you to win the division. I don't know what's happening here, but you guys got to get this shit together. You can't let Jared Goff. Jared Goff is ass. He's ass. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care that he went to the Super Bowl or whatever the hell he did on the Rams. Jared Goff is ass. And the fact that you let him march down the field and do that at the end of the game when you were basically playing prevent defense and the guy basically was wide open. You guys collapsed on him as soon as he caught the ball. I don't even understand why he was able to turn and catch the ball. The Vikings have to be on my disappointed list. So that was it, man. Besides the Bills, I mean, there was no really – I'm trying to look at the scores from last week real quick. There was not any score that really I was like, oh, man, I can't believe they lost. Like the Saints sucked. The Falcons sucked. The Bears – I mean, the Bears, they put up 22. Your boy Justin Fields is going to start this week. I guess I could throw the Bengals in there. Against the Chargers, that was a close game. And the final score was like 41-22. Like it got away from them at the very, very end. But, I guess I could say I was disappointed in the Bengals because I picked them to win the division. And they could very well happen. But, you got to win those types of games. And, other than that, everybody else pretty much as I expected. That day, a Patriots-Bills game. The Bills, with the defense, they played good defense considering that they only held them to like 200 and something yards rushing. They had a bunch of red zone opportunities. They only gave up 2 scores. So it's like it looks bad because Mac Jones only threw the ball 3 times. But when you actually look at it, I mean, outside, I know you can't take away runs, but outside of that one big run by Damian Harris, the Bills played good. The offense just couldn't help the defense. It's the same story with Josh Allen and the Bills. You get into the red zone and you either settle for field goals, and that game you couldn't even settle for field goals because the winds were up to 55 miles per hour.
Wow.
And it was nasty. Like that's why the Patriots are running. They don't. Mac Jones is the check down king. He can't throw the ball downfield, and so they were relying on the run game.
Josh Allen's numbers are pathetic in a sense, right? I mean, he threw the ball 30 times, but 145 yards, and he was their leading rusher. Like
that's bad.
It's a mucked up game. It's a division. That's a division game. Like you guys obviously have ugly games a lot, and with the wind and weather, that's why there's low scoring like that. So it's not. I'm just calling the Bills out because we talking and going back and forth. But it's just a little bit of letdown because you expecting the Bills, and now you talk about it must have been you that posted it in the social media. The Bills going to make the playoffs? Like I'm running my simulations, and there's a chance. I'm running my simulations, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh, if this happens, okay. The Bills could easily miss the playoffs. Fingers crossed, buddy.
I know, man. Listen, that would be awful. But this team, we don't have a running back. The offensive line, I think Deion Dawkins was the highest grade offensive lineman this week, but still, like as a whole, we can't run the ball. And this is what you drafted Josh Allen for. Like it took us at the beginning of the game, we gave the ball to Devin Singletary, who sucks, and we don't have any running backs. And Matthew Breida gave up the ball to, it's just there was always that one mistake that cost us, and we could never recover from it, and it pissed me off. And I'm done talking about the Bills. I hope we go in. Thank God we go to Tampa. All that game proved to me is the one thing I've been saying for years, and that every professional football team needs to have a dome. That was not fun football to watch. I don't care what anybody says on TV. These old idiots on TV. Oh my God, this is throwback football. No, this is 2021. We have TVs in the fridges now. We don't need, not in 1921 where the football players were also the milkman. Like I don't give a fuck about the sanctity of the historicness of the football.
Do we just play digital NFT football and just no? We don't gotta we play football in the metaverse. Fuck it.
Man, listen, Madden should just be the new NFL. Just have the players just pick somebody and just play all the games. Doesn't make sense. We talked about these two earlier, Todd. Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, clearly the future of the NFL. You could throw Kyler Murray in there. You could throw Lamar and Josh Allen. But these two specifically have that throwback quarterback. Somebody made a comparison that I thought was really interesting with Justin Herbert, called him a young John Elway. And I was like, yeah, maybe. Wow. And for those of us who were old enough to watch John Elway. So Ty, these teams, they're both second in their division, right behind the Chiefs, right behind the Ravens. I think they're only a game back each one. So if you had a significant amount of money that mattered to you, who's going to make the playoffs? And obviously I think both of them, I think we both can agree both teams are probably going to make the playoffs. But if you had to
No.
pick one, you don't think
No.
so? Oh, okay.
No, I do not. I do not believe. I ran my simulations. I ran my analytics. I ran my equation automated calculations, and what my predictions are coming out saying. The numbers are saying that Burrow won't make the playoffs.
Oh no. Oh,
and you know, it kind of came down to the last week. The last week you have the Bengals playing the Browns in Cleveland, and then you also have the Chargers playing the Raiders in Las Vegas, like divisional away games for both these teams.
Yeah.
And you know, depending on what happened in those games, I can easily flip in that last week. But from what I'm seeing, I like the Chargers to make it in, and not the Bengals. Unfortunately, you know,
gotcha.
no knock to Burrow. It's just the Chargers have an easier schedule. I mean, like next week the Chargers play the Giants. But the Bengals are playing the Niners, and the Niners are no slouches, and they're, you know, 6th ranked defense. You know, it's going to be tough for Burrow there. And you know, it's just hard. It's a harder schedule for the rest of the way for the Bengals. I see the Browns at home in the last game of the season playing upset like nothing. They have nothing to lose. They just want to upset the Bengals. I think they're going to upset the Bengals and keep them out the playoffs just to be assholes. Yeah, and that's what my simulation numbers are telling me. no, bro. I have the Colts making it. You know, like I really like the Colts a lot. Yeah. I feel like they're gonna make their way just based on the schedules. No knock to Burrow. He has a bright future, obviously.
Like I said, I am gonna pick Joe Burrow and the Bengals simply because I already picked them to win the division, and I think the Chiefs figured it out, and so I think both teams, you know, to win the division would be ideal. Like I personally think both teams are going to make it, but if I had to pick one, I think the Bengals have a better shot at winning their division than the Chargers do. So, and I look at the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow, you know, Jamar Chase, top 3 receiver in the league. Got Joe Mixon running. Defense is nasty. You know, I'm not sure about their coach. They're dropping some bad games. That last week's game was a killer, obviously, against the Chargers, so it makes what I'm saying sound silly. But when you look at it as a whole, I don't think it is. The only real knock against it is that the Bengals play the 4th remaining hardest schedule in the league, and the Chargers have the 5th easiest. So, Steve Waldman, what's up, man? Go Rangers. I don't understand. Mike said there was a rain delay. I don't know if he was joking. I don't know how you can have a rain delay at a hockey game, but unless it's one of those weird outdoor hockey games.
The outdoor classic games or whatever.
Is it? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. We're not hockey guys here. That's why there's that's Bert. So I think they both have probably they're hovering both around like a 50% chance to make the playoffs.
And they both could make it in.
Yeah.
They both could make it in, and that would just mean the Colts would be out. That's what would happen. And I just, you know, that's who I've been liking, so I can't count on against them.
Let me throw a hypothetical, and I didn't send this to you earlier, so it's not a topic. But before we move on to the NBA, I just wanted to kind of ask you: out of all the division winners, who out of these 8 teams, if I asked you to put a pick, if I had a gun to your head, which one would not win the division by year's end?
Which one of the current ones?
So we have the Ravens in the AFC. We have the Ravens, Titans, Patriots, Chiefs, and in the NFC, it's the Cowboys, Packers, Bucks, and Cardinals. Out of those 8 teams who are currently winning the division right now, which one of those, if you had to pick one, will not win the division by the end of the year?
If I had to pick one of them based off my simulations, it'd be the Chiefs.
Ooh, you think the Chargers are that for real?
Yeah, well, you just said it. The schedule, you just said it. I mean, because the Chargers have an easier schedule to finish it out, and they look impressive against the Bengals. You know, I guess I'm like high on the Chargers right now, so it's like, you know, I don't know, but right now I feel like they're making way at the right time of year, and you know, Burrow had his chance. Herbert's coming in with fresh eyes, and he has eyes on the prize. They're going to make it in, I feel like. I don't think they're going to. I still think the Chiefs are going to win the division, but I'm saying if I had to pick one to make it over, I think the Chiefs could. If the Chargers could beat the Chiefs out. The records are so close right now. That'd be who it would be.
Steve Waldman says Steve Waldman also says the Chiefs. That's amazing. Like
they still make it in though, but
yeah, they would. I'm saying like, yeah, but which one of those? Yeah, we're not talking about who's gonna miss out on the playoffs. Like who's not gonna win the division? To me, there's really only two real answers. I do think the Chiefs will end up winning that division, but the two that jumped out to me were the Ravens because I picked the Bengals, and the Bengals already beat them this year, so that it's already possible. And the Ravens aren't playing. The Ravens, yeah, they're winning the division, but they're not playing that good. I mean, they've got a lot of lucky wins thanks to Justin Tucker having the greatest kicker of all time. Has gotten you probably 3 wins this season. Hey, listen, obviously a win is a win is a win, but what I'm saying is it's not like they're blowing people out like they were. Yeah, they're not dominating, so they're susceptible. And the other team is the Titans. I like your Colts pick, man. Like the Titans are just barely chugging along. Derrick Henry goes down, and the new best running back in the league, Jonathan Taylor, who is literally by yards per carry, by average, is the best running back in the league, carrying the Colts. So Carson Wentz is doing what Carson Wentz should be doing and not carrying a team, just not losing the game. And he happens to be playing well. I mean, and that team, defense is coming alive. Michael Pittman is a beast, and T.Y. Hilton didn't even realize he was still playing. I thought he retired like 8 years ago. He's catching passes in the NFL. I mean, Jesus, I like it, So and listen, I'm going to throw one out there, but if I had to pick one out of those two, I'm probably going to lean towards the Titans not winning that division. I think they're just skating by, and I think the Colts are catching up real fast. But hey, just to toss it out there, Ty, the Senator, Taylor Heineke, Washington football team, 2 games out of the division, playing hot. The Cowboys are the Cowboys. The Cowboys are absolutely going to cowboy. And
I was looking at that too.
And not even that. The Eagles already are out of it. I was going to throw the Eagles in there, but they already said that they're going back to Jalen Hurts. That's a mistake. Gardner Minshew is the guy. He's the guy. It's not about the one game. It's not about the one game where the offense looked way better than it's ever looked all year. It's not about the one game where LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, the greatest running back in Philadelphia Eagles history, came out and said, "This is what the offense looks like when you have an accurate quarterback." Shady definitely said it. This is not about Gardner Minshew dressing up like Top Gun for his debut in the Eagles uniform, looking hot fire. We already know the story on, Washington taking this game this week, upset of the week. I'm guessing Washington's playing Dallas, right? Is that why he's all capping that? Let me look at the schedule.
Yeah. Dallas is at Washington.
At Washington. Listen, I remember
they played 2 more times. I think they haven't played at all yet.
They haven't played at all. So it's kind of like the Bills-Patriots situation because we play you guys, and then we play we go to the Bucks this week, and then next week we're at the Patriots. So we're playing them twice in 3 weeks, and I'm guessing Dallas and Washington might be doing something similar.
I think they'll split because no, I have Dallas winning this week and Washington winning next time. But either way, yeah.
Let's see the line. Let's see what the line looking like for that game. It's not that. It's almost 4 negative. The Cowboys giving 4 points. So, I mean, I guess a little disrespectful to the home Washington football team, but not really. If you think about where the team started, you know what I mean. Like Dallas was like Super Bowl favorites, and the fact that they're only getting 4 points.
Hey, you ask a Cowboys fan, they're still Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, they've been Super Bowl favorites for 25 years. The Cowboy fans are the worst, bro. The Cowboy fans are absolutely the worst. All right, Ty, switching to basketball. Our Sixers right now, we're playing the Charlotte Hornets. Next time they do that, I gotta go out there. Let me check the score. Last time I checked, we weren't
that on.
Yeah, I have it on too. It's on mute, but last time I checked, we weren't winning. So
I should have it on.
Yeah,
TV here in the background should be having it in the background.
Let me see. Let's see. Oh, no, I think we came back. Yep, we're winning 73-67, 4 minutes left in the game in the third quarter. So before we get to the NBA MVP, what do you like? The rumors. Are you tired of Daryl Morey? Because I'm a little tired of Daryl Morey. Hold on. No, the Sixers shit is next. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to jump around.
Cool.
I don't want to jump around. Steve Waldman says that the home team gets 3 points automatically. Yeah. So the fact that, they essentially are just giving Cowboys some rub saying, 4 points, whatever. Right now, Todd, there's some good basketball going on. Things are not shaping out the way we thought, specifically out west, but there are some great performances, teams bouncing back, and NBA season will kick off officially around Christmas time, but it's been fun to watch so far. And I know it's early, but it's never too early to figure out who's who, what's what. Who right now to you is the NBA MVP?
Well, it's obviously Steph Curry. You look at MVP. I mean, you like to look at the rosters first. I mean, the standings first. Like, all right, who's winning? Like, who's the winner, and who's leading? Who's leading the winners? And it's on both sides. It's Durant for one. I mean, I think people aren't saying Durant. Everything I'm looking around is like everybody's talking about Steph, Jokic, Giannis, and that's cool. But it's like shit. Without Durant, the Nets wouldn't be number one in the East. So if you're going to say this about Steph, you should be saying that about Durant, and he's leading the league in scoring, I believe. So, if it's not Steph, it might be Durant, but I don't think it would be still based off of what I'm looking at. I would say Steph. It would have to be Steph. They're killing it with just a young roster. Same thing like last year, but just even better. And I think it's because you have Clay in the shadows. Like they know what's coming.
Boy.
Listen, I know about to go to the next level. So they're up right now.
Have you ever been more excited to see a basketball player come and play a game than Steph Curry? I mean, the Klay Thompson. I cannot wait until Clay comes and plays. It's going to be magical, bro. It's going to be like Christmas. It's going to be like early. I know he's coming like around Christmas. I don't know if the Warriors have a Christmas game. I'm sure they do. That's when he should debut because it would be a present and a gift to all of us. I know he's itching to get out there. I know he wants to play and all that good shit. Trae Young leads the league in scoring. What kind of shit is that?
Really?
Yeah.
And he's almost 10 assists too. I think he's doing pretty well statistically.
Kevin Durant is second in the league in scoring. I wanted to check. In terms of scoring the most points. I wonder what their points per game is, though. I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah.
But but if you look at per 36, it's actually Giannis. Per minute basis, Giannis is actually leading the league in points and almost rebounds, I think. But Giannis would be my number two. And if I looked at the stats, it's either Steph or Giannis because Giannis is really statistically like his numbers are crazy.
I read Nikola Jokic has the highest PER at this point in the season than anybody else in NBA history. He's at like 30. He's at like 33. And the next highest ever recorded was Wilt Chamberlain at 32. Now, PER is one of those things that Curry does not want that MVP. He wants an NBA championship going for 4. Hey, that is real. And I know he has to do a lot. So, that team, even though they have some nice young pieces like Jordan Poole and Gary Payton II, but Clay coming back is going to, and James Wiseman, let's not sleep on him. When they get those two players back, it is over. It is over, and they're already number one in the West, followed by the Suns. I know and the obvious answer on paper, I guess, not on paper, but the obvious answer that screams at you is Steph Curry, because again, people weren't really counting on the Warriors having this great of a record. They were basically like, all right, well, let's see what they really are when Clay gets back. And Atkins says VOH FYI. I don't know what VOH means. I don't know if that's a new basketball stat. Put me on game because I don't know what that is for my information. I am gonna say Kevin Durant, and it's really based on one thing. Okay. Yeah, he's averaging 28 points per game and almost 7 rebounds per game. And Ty, you know me. I like functionality and I like efficiency. Kevin Durant leads the league in efficiency at 53%. That's it. To score almost 30 points a game and have an efficiency rating of 53% is nuts. Like that's, he is literally the reason why because think about that team, how that started. LaMarcus Aldridge coming out of retirement. He's broken physically and mentally. Blake Griffin comes in. He's hot for like a week. and now he's not even in the rotation. James Harden, he's had a hot game. He's had a good game or two, but he hasn't played anywhere near he's fallen off. And like enough of you Sixers fans that are salivating that James Harden may become a Sixer. I don't know why you would want that. The guy's been a loser his entire career.
Man.
You know who I want? I want Dame Lillard, somebody who hasn't had the talent James Harden has and has twice the amount of heart. And he's younger. Maybe not by much, but I'd rather have Dame Lillard unproven with somebody of Joel Embiid's caliber rather than James Harden, who's had all the talent in the world and has done nothing, and he's disappeared in the playoffs. The Trailblazers haven't disappeared. Well, I shouldn't say the Trailblazers have disappeared in the playoffs, but Dame Lillard hasn't. He's done everything in his power to win. It's his team that has failed him. James Harden has failed his team. There's a difference there. So enough of this James Harden shit. He's 32. He's fat. He's a ball hog, and I don't want him anywhere near this team. It's not worth it.
Oh man, I agree, but I wouldn't say all of those things in that manner. But
listen, the truth is the truth, man.
This season really was eye opening. Like I think last season when he looked real chubby and pudgy, I was like, whoa. But then this season is this again? Like you're expecting our new season. You're going for trying to win a championship. I mean, like, what kind of how you playing, man? Like, last days ago, a lot of his plays. I don't watch much. I'm just waiting for the playoffs for a lot of these sports or Christmas for basketball. But man, you see this. You see the video clips, and there's a lot of shit you've seen in the Rockets uniform where you like just let people run by him and stuff, or not chasing after loose balls. I've seen so many clips of him not chasing after loose balls or just giving up a middle of a play, and it's like, dog, we were only like 20 games to the season. Why is there 16 clips of you online giving up on plays? Like, oh man, like I refuse. I would hate to see him in a Sixers uniform.
My mic. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can't hear you. So something happened with my audio.
Okay, keep
I on that. Will be right back. Yeah. Maybe. Let me see.
I'm gone.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I'm back. Maybe we'll try filling some time while I wait for Germ. I don't even know what we was talking about. Basketball. The Sixers are upsetting. Hopefully we get freaking Ben Simmons traded for any kind of help. If we could get Dame for Simmons, God damn, that'd be amazing. But man, that's probably a pipe dream. We shall see. I think the next question we're gonna get into, I guess I'll just start off on it, is how we feel about the Sixers. You hear that? You hear?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, my bad. Somebody was letting me know that my mic sounded terrible, so I wanted to fix it, but I think I had to restart my my thing. Hopefully, it sounds better.
It does sound better. It was a little loud. I thought that was just how you sounded.
No, it's when I use this. I gotta mess with the little behind the scenes action. I gotta mess with the soundboard when I use the sound effects. So basically, I lost them. When I use the little MIDI thing, I have to like recalibrate the settings or something like that. I can't tell, but if I sound better now, then great. And we just lost the sound effects. All right, well, whatever. I'll just stop using that thing now. So listen, well documented. Ben Simmons drama. The Sixers are like what, 6th in the Eastern Conference. I don't even know. Daryl Morey, he said something that I don't like. Said that he is willing to wait the 4 years of Ben Simmons' contract to get a resolution. He will not trade him for pennies on the dollar. Ty, I'm a little sick of Daryl Morey basically admitting that he's willing to waste 4 years of Joel Embiid's prime. And Sixers fans, you can't have it both ways. You can't tell Ben Simmons to get the fuck up out of here, but then want the ghosts of Kobe Bryant and Len Bias and Michael Jordan in his prime in return in a trade. If you look at the construction of this team, I don't know how you could say we absolutely need a superstar in return. You don't. What you need is, because we're perpetually down a guy, because we have to play the 12th man who shouldn't even be on the roster because Ben's not here. What you need is somebody who can consistently make shots, whose name is not Furkan Korkmaz. Somebody who can play defense. You don't need a superstar. Would it be nice to get somebody who could make an all-star team? Sure. What you need is another person in the Tobias Harris, Seth Curry range, maybe a little better, maybe a little worse, but somewhere in there that can come in and help sustain. Because look at the Bucks. All they did was surround Giannis with shooters. They don't have superstar all-star players. Chris Middleton and Tobias Harris are the same guy. Like, it didn't work. They won a championship off that. I don't understand this fascination with James Harden or Kyrie Irving, guys who have just been losers with nothing but problems, but people want them to come here like it's going to be different. I like to look at history, Ty. I like to look at track record. Like Dame Lillard is an exception, and I don't even know if and CJ McCollum and Dame Lillard are the same guy too. Just Dame's better. I wouldn't be mad at a CJ McCollum, but at this point, it's like, why have the black cloud over your team? That's all they're going to talk about. Isn't it better to just move on?
Yeah, it is, and I think that's all bullshit. I think the smoking clouds or smoking mirrors, whatever you call it, smoking mirrors. That's what I think that is. I don't really believe he believes that. I think he's just saying that.
Yeah,
and but I do believe in. I'm cool with being patient too. I mean, to an extent. I mean, I think it's now though. It has to be now, and I think he's trying it to be. I think he's trying for it to be now. Like why would he want that? Like you said, he knows this is Joel Embiid's prime. Mm-hmm. I am over Daryl Morey still. I would much rather have Elton Brand kind of just running this shit right now. Yeah. He's just the only basketball mind that I trust in our organizations outside of Doc. So it's like either like I'm just over Daryl Morey in his fucking numbers or whatever he's trying to use to become to be a GM. Like, we're not Moneyball, okay? Like we need some players now to play basketball, period. So make a move, and yeah, we don't need a superstar in return. I mean, all we need is and it'd be nice. It might be cool to not get a superstar because we probably have to give up more. Like to get Dame, we probably got to give up Simmons and a fucking first or something like that.
Yeah. I did the trade machine. Obviously, it's not exact science, but like the contracts work. You could do an even swap. Now, here's the problem, like you said.
Will Portland take that?
Portland won't take that. So but then they would have to give up more, right? Like, all right, so let's do Ben Simmons and Maxey, because Maxey's probably the one that they're going to want. Then is Dame Lillard and like Anthony Simmons or Robert Covington good enough? Then we got to get into that game. And it's I don't want to do that. Like Kyrie for Ben, I'd much rather have Kyrie than James if I had to pick one of the two.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
And it's just real, but like
I think that's obvious. You're damn right.
But that trade you could do an even swap. That would be those contracts work too, and it's not like because the situation is different. Because even though Dame is disgruntled, he's a different kind of disgruntled than Kyrie is.
Well,
and Kyrie
he's playing. Yeah, I said at the beginning of the season, like I'm surprised it hasn't happened. I don't know. Like it's one of those things where it's like it'd be like so shocking for it to happen, but yet it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense since the beginning of the season. These are two players that can play that aren't playing for their current teams. Yeah. So literally, you swap them, they'll play. Like you swap them, they'll play. It works out for both teams. I don't see why it's not happening.
I read, obviously you can only read the tea leaves, but I read that like the Sixers aren't interested in Kyrie Irving, which I find laughable because if you're not,
how are you interested in Harden but not Kyrie?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's what I was saying. I'm like, there's no way that's true. Actually, there is a way because Daryl Morey has a hard on for James Harden. He wanted, they failed in Houston. He wants him in here bad. If I had to guess, this year is a throwaway year. If they can get something for Ben Simmons, cool. I think he's cool with letting it ride all year. I think he's banking on the fact that James Harden's not going to sign an extension with Brooklyn because he hasn't signed one yet. And he's just going to sign up outright with the Sixers next year. And I think that's what he's banking on. And then at that point, you can just get rid of Ben Simmons for draft capital.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad of a plan, and I'm cool with throwing it the year because I don't think obviously we have much of a chance unless we do trade for Kyrie or Dame, or Bradley Beal or somebody. But even the freaking Wizards have a better record than us. Like the Wizards probably aren't even trying to deal Beal now.
So, and he hasn't I don't. It depends. Now you're reading. Like I know we had a deal for Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon. I would have been very happy with that.
Of course,
for Ben. But I think he's playing the long game. I think he's banking on. And Daryl Morey's having a good week, man. Like Bradley Beal's talking a little shit. Dame Lillard's talking massive shit, and it's not working for James Harden out in Brooklyn because he's not playing well and he's not signing his extension. Now the Pacers are talking about doing a rebuild. Domantas Sabonis is available in a trade. I mean, I would love for Domantas to come. He would solve a lot of problems for us. I would love to have Sabonis here in Philly. The problem with trading for Dame or James Harden or trading for Kyrie Irving is that pushes Tyrese Maxey out of the starting point guard role. That's the problem with trying to grab a point guard. That's why I said you don't need those guys. You need a 3-and-D guy or somebody who can knock down shots consistently. And that's we'll see. As far as the question, should we be concerned? I think we should be concerned that this team can't win a title. And I think going into the season with everything going on, we should be concerned with the fact that you're wasting a year. Like and it seems like we're taking a step back to take two steps forward. You know what I mean? Like Joel Embiid, you're putting miles on his body, asking him to do a lot to carry the team. And he's
playing super hard. I mean,
coming off of COVID, he's playing hard. He's playing big minutes. And for what? Like, you got Ben Simmons out there. Like, for me, it's addition by subtraction. I get that you want a great return. The guy didn't want to take a shot in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like he scored 0. He averaged like 0 points. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it. Steve asks, who's the better all around player, Curry or LeBron? LeBron, defense, because of defense, and it's literally only because of defense. Curry's a better offensive player. If Curry was the same size as LeBron, Curry would be the greatest player of all time. But defensively, LeBron can guard positions 1 through 5. So I can't be biased, and LeBron is a better all-around player. But Curry is definitely – I would rather have Curry than LeBron for sure because of his shooting. He's the greatest shooter of all time. LeBron, that's the one thing about Steph Curry you can't argue. You can argue who the greatest player of all time is. Kobe, Jordan, Wilt, LeBron, whatever. LeBron's a small forward. It's not a guarantee that LeBron's the greatest small forward of all time either. Like that, there's discussions to be had. It can be debated. What can't be debated is who the greatest shooter of all time is, and that's Steph Curry, and it's by a lot. You know what I mean? Like there's no argument.
What's all said and done is, I mean, wait, does he already lead the league? And I mean, not the league, like who has the most threes in forever? He might be up there already, right? He's made so many threes, is ridiculous. But I know he's obviously going to be far and beyond. He's going to be so far above when she's done. It's going to be ridiculous. But I heard that. I mean, I know
Ray Allen, Steph Curry is behind. Oh shit! Oh wait, no, that's games played. I was going to say. So Ray Allen has played 1,300 games. Steph has only played 785. 3 points made. Steph is number 2 all time behind Ray Allen. Ray Allen has 2,900.
Steph is 2 all the time, second all time. He's going to be,
he'll be first because
of course
Ray Allen has 2,973 and Steph has 2,958. So
tomorrow. So next week he's gonna be number 1 in shooting threes, and he's like freaking 27. I mean, I don't know how old he is, but he has a long life left, and he's only gonna keep shooting more threes as he gets older.
Here's the most impressive part about that stat: Ray Allen has played 1,300 games. Steph Curry has only played 785. Well, not only, but 785 games. So yeah, he's gonna crush that record.
Exactly.
That's funny. But guess who has a higher 3-point percentage than Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, boy. Hey,
balling.
Hey, and shout out to Steph Curry coming to Philly, man. I hope he stays here a long time. He's really come into his own. He's not just a 3-point spot up shooter. He's taking ball off the dribble. He's playing a little bit more loose. So shout out to him. Steve says Kyrie Irving's getting paid $41 million for away games. He's smiling all the way to the bank.
Away. He's getting paid for 41 away. He's getting paid for half the season.
Oh, paid for 41 away games. He's smiling all the way back. Yeah, I mean, well, he's getting paid for all of his games. They're not, they're not just paying him they're paying him to stay home. They're not penalizing him for not playing. It's just, he just hasn't played. But now I don't know. The next issue is Canada is trying to force everybody to get vaccinated to come play in Toronto, and I'm like, all right, NBA, you should probably just take the Raptors away from Canada, give it to Seattle. I'm so sick of Canada with their holier than thou bullshit COVID rules. All right, enough of you guys. You're sending your baseball team away. You're sending your basketball team to Tampa. Like, do you even want a team? How about we just take it from you? All right, enough.
You don't deserve it.
You don't even deserve it anymore. I'm so sick of you. All right, Ty. We get down to 4 teams. We got Georgia, Michigan, go Jim Harbaugh, Alabama, Cincinnati. Who is your first off? Alabama's playing Cincinnati, Michigan's playing Georgia. So who are the 2 teams you have going to the title game, and then who's going to win the title?
Well, I don't watch much college football. However,
me neither. We're just playing.
It's very simple. Just like I'm not betting against Brady. I'm not betting against LeBron James. You can hit me all you want. Mm-hmm. I'm not betting against Alabama. How can you? So, if you had to pick one, it's Alabama. They just proved to Georgia. They proved to the world, like, hey, can you wake up? We're Alabama. They're the best team in college football. Like the last 10 years, they won 5 years. Like they win more often than not. Is that definitely Alabama? They're the cream of the crop. I mean, if it's not Clemson and LSU one around, it just chalk it up. Michigan, everybody's on their train for whatever reason. Georgia's supposed to have the best defense. They just proved that was a farce. So I believe it's going to be a rematch. I think we're going to see Georgia Alabama again.
Yeah.
I believe Georgia's defense is good, and I think they're good enough to beat Michigan, and I think it's going to be a repeat. Alabama whooping on Georgia. That's my prediction.
Me and Steve Waldman are in lockstep. Bama versus Michigan, and I have Michigan winning. Michigan is a bullshit officiating call away from being undefeated this season. The referees cost them a game in the most egregious manner ever, and they lost because of it. And so they should be undefeated. I think they're for real. They have the best running game left in the playoffs. And I think that I think they're for real. And I think they're so close they can taste it. Like they've gotten by just on their skills and merit. But this has been a long time coming for Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They're at the doorstep. So now you hit that, when you try to do something, you get close, you just hit that gear where it's like, all right, it's either fucking nut up or shut up time. And
I get that feeling for them.
This is it. So I'm riding with Michigan, man. I've always been a big Michigan guy. And I like Jim Harbaugh. I want him to win. And I'm sick of Nick Saban and his stupid Affleck commercials.
I'll tell you what, I'm definitely rooting for him. I would love to see Michigan win. I do love Jim Harbaugh. I like both the Harbaughs. Mm-hmm. But if I had the money and a gun to my head, I'm betting on Nick Saban. I'm betting on Alabama. Roll Tide.
Roll damn Tide. All right. Right now, Sportsbet Steve's Trifecta. Do not pay attention to the graphic. I don't know where those came from. Those are not his picks. You have to listen to what I'm saying for his picks. He's 20-8 on the season. He went I think he went
20-8.
Yeah, he's 20-8 on the season. Yeah, if you invest $60 is all you need. You can win $300 every week. He's up over $1,000. I think, and it's only because of the Patriots. And the only reason he didn't pick the Patriots this week is because they're on a bye. Like I said, don't pay attention to the picks on the thing. His picks this week are.
Hold on, let me go.
Yeah. I'm gonna give them to you.
What's that?
Steve Zuccari says, "Nut up or shut up." Mac 10 said the same. All right, enough of Steve. So it's 3 picks this week. Like I said, Steve is 28-8 on the season. If you put $60 down on these games, it's $20 per game. You'll be up $300. He's taking Vikings -3 over the Steelers. All right.
Okay.
Vikings given 3 points to the Steelers. His next one, Falcons getting plus 2.5 over the Panthers. Probably the only time anybody will take the Falcons for anything. But
that's
Panthers,
a great line. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm guessing he thinks the Cardinals are going to ransack the Rams because the minus are giving 2.5 points to the Rams. And so he's saying the Rams. So
Rams plus 2.5.
No, he's saying Cards minus 2.5.
Oh, Cards. Okay. Yeah.
So for the record, Vikings minus 3, Falcons plus 2.5, Cardinals minus 2.5. And so those are Steve's trifecta. Like I said, I don't know. I think I was putting those in as a placeholder, and I forgot to change them when he gave me the picks. So yeah, those are his picks, man. And good luck to you. Like I said, $20. He's up over a G and we've only been doing this since week 3. So yeah. All right, Ty.
About to put my life savings on this bet. You better fucking win.
I know.
Steve, God damn it.
And we know where Steve lives, so shoot. All right, Ty. Bucket of doom time. Mike and Bert had a bye week last week. They had the Browns and the Titans, so they got the automatic win. Corey got the win because he had your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Corey is 10-3, sitting comfortably in first place this year over the Falcons. Me and you, ironically, doing the show tonight are the only 2 losers. I had the Jets, who got ransacked by Gardner Minshew, and you had the Raiders, who lost to the Senator Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team. So you and I are 6-7 on the season. Mike is 5-8, and then Bert is 8-5, and like I said, Corey is 10-3. Cream of the crop. All right. So, Steve's Sportsbet Steve says Matt Stafford is 0-17 versus teams that are 5 games over 500. Hey, I tried to tell you all about Matt Stafford, but anybody didn't want to believe me. I said this guy was ass cheeks. But hey, I'm hating though, I guess. Whatever. All right, Ty, you have the schedule up, so we know who's playing
yes,
who.
Yes, sir.
And then if you could text, we'll pick for the guys who are not here. If you can hit the text group chat in case anybody wants to change their helmet. I'll pick for the guys who aren't here real fast, starting with Bert. For Bert, Indianapolis Colts.
You should keep that.
For Corey, the Detroit Lions. For Mike, the San Francisco 49ers. So I don't know who's playing who.
The Colts are playing nobody.
Are the Colts on a bye?
Those motherfuckers.
Oh no, Bert with another bye week.
Lions at the Broncos.
Wow.
San Fran at the Bengals.
San Fran at the Bengals. Ooh. Wow. So Bert has the automatic bye. So I'm assuming he's going to keep that. And he's not going to be like me, who had the Panthers last week. And I was so disgusted because I was so scarred from Scam Newton that I just automatically threw it back without knowing the schedule. And they happened to be on a bye. And then I picked the Jets, who ended up losing. So, I mean,
Mike said throw it back, and he's going to regret that.
Mike had the Niners, who were where?
They're at the Bengals. Well,
man.
I mean, Bengals come off a loss. Maybe they should. I got the Niners winning this week against the Bengals.
Hey, listen, I threw it back. That's what
happens.
That's what he wants to do. I really hope I pull them back out of here. Nice little rummage for Mike. All right, Mike, your final pick. New England Patriots, who were on a bye. Who were on?
They're going to win regardless, man.
They were going to win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're on a bye. Because I was like, damn, this is our chance to catch up. Mike needed that win, by the way. I mean, we just shit. Mike, every time I tell him to throw it back, he threw back the team, the Vikings, who were playing the Lions last week, and he ended up with the bye. And then the Lions ended up winning anyway. And then he didn't have the Lions. He had the Vikings, and he threw it back because they were playing the Lions. And the Lions ended up winning, but he picked the Titans, who ended up on a bye. So he would have won either way. Or he won because of him throwing it back. Now he's doing the same thing. Patriots on a bye. Unbelievable. Waiting for Corey, who I'm assuming may or may not want to throw it back. All right, Ty. I the pick for me, I have the Dallas Cowboys. We're playing at Washington.
Cowboys are a good team to be throwing back in the bucket.
I know, man. There's so many bad things in the bucket. That's the problem.
There's a lot of bad teams.
There's a lot of bad things in the bucket, man. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the Cowboys. I'm gonna roll with the Cowboys.
like the Cowboys in Redskins this week in Washington this week.
So that's the other shitty part. Like, I've been rooting for Washington, and so like I want them to win. You know what I mean? Just because I like Washington, and I want them to make the playoffs.
Hey, look, they're gonna make the playoffs still. They're both the Cowboys and Washington are both making it.
Probably. All right, Ty, you're up. I can't believe I've kept the Cowboys. All right, you're up. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Damn, man.
I feel like we just
Steelers.
The bum ass Steelers. You never really know with them. They have the Thursday night game, I think, right? I'm pretty sure they have the Thursday night against the Vikings. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, throw that John right back.
Throw it back. Okay. Scared of Kirk Cousins. Mike says Bert's good with the Colts. Yeah, I bet he is. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry. The Baltimore Ravens.
Yes. At the Browns, I'll take it.
Good. That's a good call. Steve says, I like the Cowboys. The Redskins won the last 2 meetings, and it's very rare to run 3 in a row. Make it happen. Because I picked them, it's probably going to happen. Because I picked them. Corey did not answer, and we're done with the bucket of doom. So he has one more segment to kind of get his pick tools for. He's going to be riding with. Well, Corey doesn't give a fuck. He just has he's like in first place, so it doesn't matter. Who gets your game ball?
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. My game ball.
Go. You think about it. I'll go first. I have somebody. My game ball is going to Gardner Minshew. I was singing his praises earlier, and I gave away all my stats because I was so excited because I was impressed with the Eagles. But I hope he gets this chance after this season when he leaves to go and actually fight for a starting job. He left the Jags with 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions with a 63% completion percentage. I'm not sitting here making the argument that he's like some hidden gem that everybody's missing on and I'm the only one that sees it. I'm saying he's a good quarterback. I'm saying he played for the Jags. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can judge. You know, people are saying he's a career backup. I don't understand how you can make that assumption. I don't see that. Steve Zuccari says Bill Belichick gets his game ball. Hey, that's a good one too, man. He outcoached Sean McDermott, which seems to be a theme with my head coach of the Buffalo Bills. But yeah, I'm going to give on to Gardner Minshew because I root for the guy. I don't know how you can't root for the guy. His enthusiasm, his excitement, his mustache, like the fans love him. I like that's a story. That's a feel good thing that I feel like if you don't like Gardner Minshew, I kind of judge you. You know what I mean? Like, how can you not like somebody like that? So just his energy is contagious. So my game ball is going to go to Gardner Minshew because he's not going to start the rest of the year. The coach already said it. So the fact that he got that moment with his dad there was awesome to me.
Word. I saw that clip. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was definitely beautiful. I got to go with Chris Godwin, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
The stats were there. I got the jersey on. I guess got it is what it is, you know. So Godwin had a monster game. Antonio Brown is got caught. I was gonna say it was a knucklehead, but yeah. I'm not even mad at him at all, honestly. But he's not there. Godwin stepped up.
I'm sorry. There was some rumblings that the Patriots, the Buccaneers, are thinking about releasing him. What do you feel about that? Like, I feel like they're in too deep in the season. Like, I mean, fuck it. At this point, like, the playoffs are about to start. Like, just
I can see it happening because of the lies. You lied. It's one thing to talk shit to the media and lie to the media like Rodgers. It's another thing to straight lie to the coach and whatnot. And Brian, Bruce Arians was upset about that.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening, but it shouldn't happen. I mean, who cares, man? Like, shit.
Yeah, going. I mean,
what about playing football right now? Like, and oh, you didn't get a shot. Like, come on, man. I didn't get my tetanus shot, so I can't play football. You know, that's ridiculous.
What he did was illegal. Like, there's like he could go to jail. Like, I mean, I know that's like not an exaggeration, but that's like an extreme thing. But getting a fake COVID card is illegal. So, you know.
Oh shit! I mean, maybe I should throw mine away.
But you know, I for me, I think it's just at this point, it's like, for what? You know what I mean? You know, they're going to punish him the 3 games and that's it. So it's not like anything else is going to happen to him. Just ride him out for the rest of the season and try to win a Super Bowl. And
I don't know how he got caught. Do you know how he got caught?
Yeah, his remember the chef that?
Oh yeah, fucking rats.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, ain't no snitch ass. Antonio Brown owed that dude 10 racks. Hey, I want my money. I want my money, dog.
It's gonna get your money being a fucking snitch.
Yep, hell yeah. You had 2 years to give me my money, my 10 racks. You got it. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, hey,
no, you're right.
Hey, listen,
that's what he gets. That's what he gets for real. That's what he gets for real.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and act like Antonio Brown's some sympathetic figure. Like, you know what I mean? It's,
no, and you know, when I'm going about Antonio Brown, but I didn't want to have him in the first place. You know, I was on that horse when we were signing him. I was like, shit, I don't want him. I'm over him. He's doing too much. But now that he's here, you know, I love him.
Steve Zuccari says Brady is 5-0 with Brown and 4-3 without. They're not getting rid of him. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's too late in the season. They're gonna just let it ride out in the playoffs. And I mean, they're banged up at receiver all the time. So it's like, why get rid of him? He'll be healthy when he comes back from suspension, which is another key down the stretch. With Godwin being banged up, Mike Evans banged up, Gronk always banged up. It's like, well, why get rid of a weapon like that who's talented? He's just a nut job. So, you know, maybe in the offseason they'll figure something out and probably move on from him. But as far as this season, maybe if this was week 5, I could see them doing it. You know, just, you know, but the season's almost over. It's like there's no point of doing it right now. So I don't foresee them doing anything. Ty, man, I appreciate you stepping in and helping a brother out, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Sorry, I'm in Facebook jail. I keep I don't know what's going on. Facebook, they let people call me the N-word, but I can't tell people they can go catch AIDS. It's he makes Evans and Godwin better, plain and simple. I mean, yeah, I guess they were already the best wide receiver duo before he got there. It's just Jameis Winston was throwing on the ball. I feel like they would be the same exact, you know, thing if he wasn't there. You know, I get that he's a distraction, but you know, I don't know.
But he does make him. He makes him better. But the point is, he makes him better, which he does. Yeah. It opens up the field, like, period. Gronk. I mean, we have too many. That's why we can get rid of him. Honestly, that's why we just, you know, we can score plenty without him. He's not like we have 1 or 2 receivers. We have receivers galore. We can do without him, but obviously it makes it easier for everybody else, and it just makes it easier. It's harder to cover. Period, man. This guy's ridiculous.
The Sixers are up 105-99 with a minute left to go in the game. So
yeah, let's catch the rest of this and head out of here.
All right, yo, Daryl Morey, you piece of shit. Trade Ben Simmons.